that really helped me get better and more articulate and just able to learn my craft even more was teaching it to other people. So what I realized was I needed to create a culture that embodied my core values and what I believed in the most. Learning how to become a better business owner, a better leader, and just to hold the values and the goals and the vision in front of the team in general. We back. Listen, it is episode 10. Super grateful that you made it this far. Stay to the end of the video because I have a special giveaway that I'm going to announce at the end. So we just talked about how I automated the lead generation part of a JV business. First of all, I just realized that it was an actual business, right? I needed to stop treating it like a hobby and treat it like a business. So I needed to automate the first part that I knew I didn't want to do, which was the generating the leads part. So I semi-automated it to where I had a landing page now and people start sending leads to me. Now I'm looking at the business overall and where I'm at in my business and what roles do I still play. And I realized a lot of my time was still taken up by making calls, right? When I know as a visionary, I want to do more things, right? I want to create content like this. I want to just do badass shit, learn new things, right? Network with new people, meet new people. I can't spend all days on the phone. And there were times where I would go out to these meetups and I would go hang out and go learn new stuff and try to learn new skills. But as I'm out going to these events, my business is just not running, right? So I have nobody making calls. So it got to the point where, and I just couldn't handle it, right? I'm getting so many leads where I just couldn't handle all of them. So the first person that I asked, I'm like, hey man, I had the person I was cold calling, shout out to John, he was cold calling for me. And I asked him, I'm like, bro, I would much rather have you talking to these leads and being a lead manager. I think your skill set, you're good enough to talk to motivated leads, right? Why don't you start doing that? I'll start doing like training, showing everything I know. And it took me a while to actually get there and feel like I was actually worthy enough to train somebody, right? And just had a lot of self-limiting beliefs. Like, why would anybody want to come close deals for me or warm leads up for me to close them? Like, or why would anybody take my advice on closing deals? At this point, yeah, I've closed a couple of deals, but it doesn't have shit to go for it. I didn't have no money in my bank account. But what I realized was people care about that, but how would anybody know, right? If you conduct yourself in a way where you know that it's there and it's coming, people aren't really even going to notice, right? So my whole first year, I was helping so many people and I was fucking broke. Nobody knew, right? But it was a humbling experience because I was able to help so many other people, right? So yeah, if you're having these same limited beliefs, I know I had them for sure. If you're doing something and if you have something that you know that you can teach somebody, right, do it. Teach somebody else. And that's going to help you as well. That's one of the things that really helped me get better and more articulate and just able to learn my craft even more was teaching it to other people. Because one, if you're going to teach it, you're obligated to know what the hell you're talking about. So you're going to be forced to go study some more. And two, when you talk about it, you learn more because you read it, right? You learned it, and now you're talking about it. That's a whole nother form of learning, right? So teaching is one of the greatest forms of learning. So as soon as you learn something, I recommend teaching it to the first person you see, right? First person did you see that's in your house, you love them, teach them something that you just learned, right? You'll remember it. So that's what I ended up doing. This helped me realize that I can do way more than just being on the phones. What if I clone myself and what if I teach everything I know to a group of people who all go hit the phones, right? Now, I had to realize they may not be as good as me on the phones, but if let's just say they're 50% of me and I have 5 people doing this, that's way more than what I'm doing, regardless, right? So I started to get a whole like different mindset, right? Like originally I was just closer. I'm a closer. That's what I identify myself as. Now I am a business owner. I'm a visionary. Right now I need to make the whole operation work. Right? It's bigger than me just closing deals myself. Closing deals is fun. I love closing deals. Any chance I get, I would love to close deals. But I actually have to stop myself because I realize the vision is much bigger than me closing seller calls. right? So here and there, yeah, I still make seller calls, but now my business runs without me making calls. We do 3 to 5 deals right now, and I don't close any of the deals, right? We probably have 10 contracts right now in escrow, and I closed one of them, right? So I had to pull myself out of the business and teach what I learned, right, to others. Now, the next thing I need to do is pull myself out of the acquisition sides in general and hire a sales manager, right? Because now I removed myself from closer to I became the sales manager on my team. And now I just make sure that the guys and the girls on my team, they're actually closing these deals. They're doing what they need to do with these leads. I'm helping them underwrite deals. I'm helping them comp deals. I'm giving them sales training. We're doing sales training every single day. So I become more of a coach role than a closer at this point. All right, so what I realized was I needed to create a culture that embodied my core values and what I believed in the most. Do I want to build a team of people who are going home like right on time or as soon as they hit their calls? Or do I want to build a team of people who I got to tell them go the fuck home, like log out for the day and stop making calls? Right, and that's what I wanted to build. I wanted to build those dogs that I need to tell them go home. Right, we have fun when we're making calls. It's a great atmosphere. Right, everybody's learning, having fun, and I had to literally tell them, like, "Yo, log off. You've been in here all day. Get out of the meeting." All right, so that is the culture that I wanted to build, and just making sure that it gets done. Right, so I didn't know it right then and there. We're still growing, and even to this day, still growing and learning how to become a better business owner, a better leader, and just to hold the values and the goals and the vision in front of the team in general. So one of the things that we put together to build that culture was we put together a virtual office, which is just a Zoom with multiple breakout rooms. Me and my team, we sit in the breakout room and we make calls, because making calls can get boring. It can get tough. You can feel lonely. You can feel like you're the only person out there. And what we found was when we do this together in a group, everybody has more fun, everybody learns a lot faster, and everybody closes more deals, which is why I am proud to announce that I'm actually putting together the Dog Pound Discord, where it's going to look just like that. Right, you're going to be able to come in there, get the value you need. There's going to be other people making calls themselves. You can learn from them. You can ask them questions, whether it's talking cash, creative. There's going to be some of my call recordings in there. There's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just looking to provide as much value as possible. So be on the lookout for the Dog Pound Discord. And also, the invite link to the Dog Pound Discord will be in the description below. Make sure you click that, sign up. If you don't have a Discord, figure it out, follow the instructions. I'll tell you how to do it. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, what the heck are you doing? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, because I'm dropping a new video every single day. Make sure you like those videos, comment for me. I'll talk to you next time. We out. Peace.